So yeah, part two of my touch-ups from Jesus recordings. The most recent three. I'm going to go over that last bit I just said. So when the wind was blowing, you were talking about how you see the autism in your mum. Some autistic people don't like to be social. Some are outgoing, but they still need 1 or 2 hours to themselves every day. Some seem to be extra social, but the majority have lesser but very meaningful, deep connections. And I think that the ones that seem to be extra social, when you're like, I don't know if they're like those people outside, seeing them at work, or, and of course I'm talking about level 1, or, people around, because my sensitivity thing, again, it used to take me ages to process dark emotions, but it's a lot better now because people tend to ease up a lot more once you get around 30, and if you've got healthy parents that have answers that bring them peace and assurance and understanding and acceptance of themselves, it makes it a lot better. Those who don't have the answers and don't have acceptance of themselves, or those who have internalized ableism, can make life a lot harder. And once you got all that internal stuff still dealt with, and it's hanging in there until you get the right career. But even that can change, meaning that there might be less tolerant managers, or maybe just don't get along with new ones. Things happen. It's not that they're bad. Sometimes your personality or whatever is not that bad. So, when the wind was blowing, you were talking about how you see the autism in your mum. Some autistic people don't like to be social. Some are outgoing, but they still need 1 or 2 hours to themselves every day. Some seem to be extra social, but the majority have lesser but very meaningful, deep connections. Yeah, that's true. Some things escape my mind, maybe it's not as important. But I wrote down the things. Jesus was an Eastern man, providing he existed, but I believe he did. Just not. The way he's portrayed in the Bible is not all of it's wrong, but, I reckon there'll be bits, Jesus was an Eastern man. We don't know what his real name was, whether it was Yehoshua, Yahshua, Yeshua, Jesus, or Isa, or some other name. But his role and functioning in the universe and in the spirit realm are the same. The West hasn't. It's another bit here. So if you go through the recordings, those who actually care and stuff, then they can, And if there's haters, they'll get stumped. Nullify any argument they want to make up. But at the same time, they want to argue with these facts too, then they're pretty stupid. And they don't stand a chance. So, the West hasn't experienced hard times in comparison to the rest of the world since the 1930s, and in Eastern Europe, the 1940s, 50s. Also, when I was arriving at the car park, I saw a young woman sitting with her dark emotions, exactly like how I do when I want to sit with and process my dark emotions. She looked like she was autistic to me, just by the vibe she was carrying, sitting with her dark emotions. I wrote your dark emotions, so I must be thinking, but It was with her dark emotions, but I find it funny. I just noticed put your instead of her. Sitting with her dark emotions is a sign of self-confidence and self-acceptance, and that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's a sign of self-confidence and self-acceptance. That's a beautiful thing. Also, if you follow your inner moral compass and you have kindness and compassion towards others, what? I will follow the Ten Commandments naturally. No, that's what I wrote. Sometimes I write things and I look at them like, oh, actually, no, you know. But yeah, but this is what it's supposed to be saying. You will follow the Ten Commandments naturally. Also, if you follow your inner moral compass and you have kindness and compassion towards others, you will follow the Ten Commandments naturally. See you.